Hey everybody, Ozzy here. Today I'm here with my partner Rhodes.
Hello.
We're going to be watching and reacting to the Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn trailer. I'm a Final Fantasy XIV veteran. I've seen this trailer at least 100 plus times. Rhodes, though, she's never seen it. It's completely new to the game. So I decided to make a new character to play with her, and we've been streaming this playthrough of the story over on my channel. Mainly, though, the playthrough is about her reactions, even though it's from my perspective. Where we're at in the story, we just left Gridania for the first time, and are on our way to meet the rest of the city-state leaders. So we're still pretty early. We just watched a big echo cutscene that introduced us to a lot of history, mainly showed us the Battle of Cartano. I thought that because we just saw the battle in game, it would be a good time to show Rhodes' trailer. Afterwards, we'll talk a little bit about the story so far. Maybe I'll give her a bit of a history lesson while we're at it. So, Rhodes, are you ready to watch this video?
Yep.
Right, I'm going to go ahead and hit play. Just went there for the first time. You recognize that city?
Oh, it's on fire.
No. It's not on fire currently.
Yeah. Now you'd think people would be running away.
I don't know. If I saw just fire raining down from the sky, I'd probably be paralyzed. Big boy.
He's hatching.
Yeah. I think that them standing there with the dragon peeking out from the moon was my background for a while. My computer. Amazing there's still a world left after this.
Well, it seems like it's all just in one place.
Yeah. It's kind of spread out throughout the continent. He's very big.
Oh, his staff broke.
It's a good thing to notice. Chocobos.
An army of them.
Yeah. I don't know if you... No, we've seen chocobos in game at this point.
Yeah.
So we went to the chocobo stables.
Mm-hmm. The celebration.
Yeah, that might be the rising that they're celebrating. Or it might just be random fireworks.
So present day.
Yeah. Papalimo and Ida are just walking around the 12's wood. It's worth noting, you would have, if you started in a different city, because depending on what class you start with, you start in a different city, you would have met a different character first.
Mm.
So you might have met that guy or the cat girl.
I see.
But all of the stories converge at about where we're at right now, where we're going to meet the other city-state leaders. So from here out, it's basically the same for everyone.
We went to the future. Oh, look.
A little Lalafell? Opoto?
Nope.
Huh?
They're just all talking about nothing.
I mean, it's
So,
more
like-
than just nodding their head at each other.
So they realize they're in the future,
I mean, probably.
and then they call their chocobos, who just happen to be there.
Chocobos have probably been waiting there for 5 years for their owners to come back. Chocobos are very loyal birds.
How is that small and not grown?
The small chocobo?
Yeah.
They actually breed smaller chocobos for Lalafell.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a completely different breed of chocobo for them.
Hmm.
I think Rogadine also have bigger chocobos.
Wow.
Register for the beta. I played in the beta. Okay. Well, Rhodes, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Just we'll chat about that in a bit. But first, what did you think?
Um, I guess it was just showing all the characters that you'll either meet or hear about, since
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that old guy is dead.
Yeah. Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
They've actually people have talked about him already. You've heard of him. His name is Louis Soir.
Oh.
People have talked about him before. Where we're at.
Yeah.
Talk about Archon Louis Soir. Kind of revere him because he kind of did save the world. Yeah, I mean, it definitely showed a lot of characters that we're going to be meeting. But this whole battle was kind of a turning point for a lot of things. Um, it was the Empire, which you haven't really met the Empire outside of just vague talkings about. It was the Empire's last attempt to invade Eorzea. So since then, there's been kind of 5 years of when are they going to attack? Are they building up their forces for another assault? And in the meantime, the city states are kind of dealing with the aftermath of this as well.
And they tried to use the dragon?
So their plan was to drop the moon onto Eorzea to just mess things up. They created a device that basically pulled the moon down, and they were just going to use it as a giant super weapon. They didn't know there was a dragon in there. Nobody
Mm.
knew there was a dragon in there.
So it was like locked away even before.
Yeah, no, I
But then how did
thousands of
they
years.
but then how did they know to pray to try and lock it back?
That was that's a good question. That's some 1.0 story probably that honestly I don't know the answer to. I think that was just a last ditch effort. Um, the power of faith has a lot potential in this world, which we'll learn about later. Just being praying to entities and putting faith into something powers can create a lot of power, especially when a lot of people do it at once. We'll talk. We'll get to that in the story later, and I'm guessing that's probably related to how they tried to trap it again.
Mm.
But I don't think it matters too much because that attempt obviously failed. Yeah, like I said, you'll be meeting these other characters soon. There's no reason to not talk about that. Um, we started in Gerdania, so we saw Papalymo and Ida. We started out meeting Papalymo and Ida. This guy we'll be meeting. You would have met him if we started in Ul'dah. Believe if we started in Ul'dah, and then she we would have met if we had started in Limsa. And that all just depends on what your starting class was. So we've been talking about all these characters that we've met or we're going to meet. Some characters we're not going to meet are right here. These guys, the characters who are kind of central to the trailer. And that's just because these characters are kind of representative of us. Did you get that vibe when you
No.
were watching it? You didn't. So to you, they just seemed like characters in the universe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they weren't like I knew that they wouldn't be characters that we would see, but I don't know, they just seemed like a random cast.
I mean, they kind of are. They're generic stand-ins for us as players. Um, most of them don't really matter, but this guy right here definitely does. He's accidentally full screening it. He's referred to by the community as Meteor or Derplander. Uh, he's got a bunch of different nick.
Derplander?
Yeah, just kind of
Like derp?
yeah, his face looks a little derpy sometimes, and
Oh.
his race is technically Highlander, a sub race of Hur.
Oh.
So maybe he's a Midlander. I don't remember, but Highlander, Midlander, those are sub races of Hur. So Derplander.
Wow.
Yeah, but he we're gonna see him in future trailers. When we get to Heavensward, we'll make sure to watch the Heavensward trailer, and so on. But these guys are representative of us. So a Realm Reborn, like this stuff right here, all kind of represents the 1.0 version of the game. And after they get teleported to the future, this represents the 2.0, a Realm Reborn version. Um, and on that, I don't know if we've ever talked about this before. Um, 1.0, Final Fantasy 1.0 was just, it was considered an awful game. So this trailer is more than just like a really cool trailer for advertisement for the game. I mean, it is, but it's
Mhm.
also like the final moments of the original 1.0. The original 1.0 was so bad, it was probably going to sink the Final Fantasy franchise uh, to the point where they decided to shut down the game servers entirely. Uh, and then in the last few moments of the game, like the last few days, they just kind of ramped things up and ramped things up with mods and GMs just spawning random monsters in the world. A battle that we saw, that Battle of Cartno, happening in game, and then the moon slowly getting bigger and bigger. And then after all that, when they shut off the servers, they then. So this is like the last moments. It's just like 10 seconds left. And then servers are off. The game stops. And they go into that trailer. And that's like the first anyone had saw of the trailer was them literally blowing up the world.
And then when they start again, what happens with their characters?
So they actually get a little bit of a different story than other characters do because they're legacy characters is what they're called. They have a little bit of a different intro and people, I don't have a legacy character unfortunately, so I can't tell you exactly what happens, but I believe that their character is more deeply involved with that Battle of Cartano. So even though, like, while we play it, people just kind of have vague recollections of a Warrior of Light, I believe people actually do wind up recognizing them as the original Warriors of Light from that time.
So in game, could you recognize a legacy character?
Yeah, actually. If you know what you're looking for, legacy characters have a tattoo on their back. Go look it up and see, like, on characters' backs, there's this little tattoo, and that signifies that they experienced that Battle of Cartano, or at least they were in the world before uh, Realm Reborn.
Okay.
They also have some exclusive mounts and stuff, but nothing crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah, I hope this maybe hyped you up a little bit more for where the story's going or what's going on. Um, I know the story's been a little bit slow right now, but we're gonna get through it, and I promise you, like, A Realm Reborn, I still think is good, but the rest of the game is just fantastic. So, with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and end. Um, Rhodes, do you have any last things you want to say before we do our plugs?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, it's been fun watching it. Uh, my name is Ozzy, and I hope you guys watch the stream with us. Anyone watching here, you can find the beginning of the stream on the YouTube channel that you're on right now. Otherwise, the rest of it's going to be streamed on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ozzyvtchannel. Rhodes, where can they find you?
YouTube. I'm gonna be right here. And my channel is better.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, thanks for being here, and hope to see all of you guys watching in our stream. So, have a great day. Bye.
Bye.